Hi students, today we are going to discuss another problem in Fourier transforms. Here the problem is show that the Fourier transform of e power minus x square by 2 is root 2 pi into e power minus p square by 2 by finding the Fourier transform of e power minus a square x square where a greater than 0. The same problem can be asked in another way, or show that the Fourier transform of e power minus x square by 2 is self-reciprocal. Okay. So now from the given problem, f of x is e power minus a square x square. By definition, we have Fourier transform of f of x is equal to integral minus infinity to infinity f of x e power ipx dx. Now substituting the f of x, the value of f of x, we get, what is f of x here? E power minus a square x square. Okay, substitute now here. Capital F of e power minus a square x square is equal to integral minus infinity to infinity e power minus a square x square into e power ipx dx. Now this can be written as integral minus infinity to infinity e power minus of, if I take the minus common, e power minus of a square x square minus ipx dx. Okay, the next we'll take that the step here, integral minus infinity to infinity e power that minus of a square x square I am writing as a x whole square. Okay, x whole square, and that minus ipx I am writing here, just I am doing some modification so that I can write here this one as some a minus b whole square format. So for that I am just making some modifications in this. I just written a square x square as ax whole square minus ipx I am writing as a, okay, ipx I am writing as a 2 into ax ip by 2a. Okay, 2 into ax into ip by 2a. You can see, you can observe this one, a square minus 2ab. Okay, you can observe a square minus 2ab. So a square minus 2ab means, so if I add and subtract some value, I can write this as something like a minus b whole square. Okay, a minus b whole square. So in order to write that the given form, I'm just making some modifications here, so that I can write this as in the a minus b whole square form. So here a square minus 2ab is there, but b square is missing, plus b square. For that I'm going to add and subtract that b square. Here b is ip by 2a. You can observe this, here b is ip by 2a. Now adding and subtracting ip by 2a whole square. B square you have to add. Okay, that is ip by 2a whole square. Here I am doing that. I am adding and subtracting ip by 2a whole square. Okay, I did this. Now I can write here, you can see here, this as a minus b whole square. So you can see that is a here ax minus b ip by 2a. So I am writing this as a minus b whole square, like here ax minus ip by 2a whole square, and this one, as you know that what is if I take the square here, I square is minus 1 minus minus plus. Okay, so that plus p square by 4a square dx. Okay, now is equal to integral minus infinity to infinity e power minus of ax minus ip by 2a whole square, and take this minus and apply to this one and separate them. There I can get e power minus p square by 4a square dx. Okay, now since it is with respect to x, so it's a constant, you can take it out, is equal to e power minus p square by 4a square into minus infinity to infinity e power minus of ax minus ip by 2a whole square dx. Now changing the variable here, so let us make this as some t, put ax minus ip by 2a is equal to some t. I am changing the variables to make the integration easy. Okay, put ax minus ip by 2a is equal to t, and since these are constant, differentiate a dx is equal to dt, dx is equal to dt by a. Now whenever you change the variables, you have to change the limits also. So here the new limits are, when x is equal to minus infinity, put here, then t obviously is minus infinity, when x is equal to infinity, t also infinity. So the new limits again minus infinity to infinity. So now is equal to, you can see this, e power minus p square by 4a square into integral minus infinity to infinity e power minus t square into 1 by a dt. Okay. Now just take this 1 by a out. 1 by a into e power minus p square by 4a square into integral minus infinity to infinity e power minus t square dt is equal to, and you can observe this e power minus t square is an even function. So this minus infinity to infinity can be written as 2 into 0 to infinity. So the 2 by a into e power minus p square by 4a square into integral 0 to infinity e power minus t square dt. Since e power minus t square is an even function. Okay. Now again I am applying this change of the variable, because this integration is not possible in the general method. For that here we use gamma function. Okay. We can get the value of this integral 0 to infinity e power minus t square dt. For that I am changing the variable again. Put t square is equal to y. From this t is equal to y power 1 by 2. Now dt is equal to 1 by 2 root y dy. Here I am getting like this, 2 by a into integral minus p square by 4a square into 0 to infinity e power minus y into 1 by 2 root y dy. Take this 2 here, you can 2 and this 2 get cancelled. Okay. So is equal to 1 by a into integral into e power minus p square by 4a square into integral 0 to infinity e power minus y, and you can take this 1 by root y as a, you can take it to the numerator, and it can be written as y power minus 1 by 2 dy is equal to 1 by a into e power minus p square by 4a square integral 0 to infinity e power minus y, and this y power minus 1 by 2 can be written as y power 1 by 2 minus 1 dy. Y power 1 by 2 minus 1 dy. Now when you observe this one, this is nearly similar to the gamma function, that is gamma n is equal to integral 0 to infinity e power minus x into x power n minus 1 dx. Here we have y. Okay, so the gamma n, here n is 1 by 2. So therefore this can be written as gamma 1 by 2. Okay, and we know that one gamma 1 by 2 value is root pi. Since gamma 1 by 2 is root pi, so we can put in place of 1 by gamma 1 by 2 is root pi. Therefore capital F of, that is Fourier transform of e power minus a square x square is equal to 1 by a into e power minus p square by 4a square into root pi. Now put a is equal to 1 by root 2 in 1, that is equation 1, and put a is equal to 1 by root 2 in 1. Why we are putting a is equal to 1 by root 2? Because we need to find the Fourier transform of e power minus x square by 2 here. For that I am just put a is equal to 1 by root 2, so that I can get e power minus x square by 2 here. Okay, so that's why I am putting here a is equal to 1 by root 2 in this. Now I will get Fourier transform of e power minus x square by 2 is equal to root 2 into e power minus p square into 2 by 4 into 2 by 4 there in the here, and 2 get cancelled into root pi. Therefore Fourier transform of e power minus x square by 2 is equal to root 2 pi into e power minus p square by 2. There you can observe here the Fourier transform of function is e power minus x square by 2, and apart from this constant, what you observe, this constant f of p, capital F of p, is again the same. It's similar to that, e power minus p square by 2, and this is the Fourier transform function f of x and capital F of p. Both are same if you observe. Apart from this constant, if you observe the f of x and f of p, capital F of p, both are same. So thus the Fourier transform of e power minus x square by 2 is e power minus p square by 2. Hence f of x is called self-reciprocal. Why? If the function f of x is equal to f of p. Okay, what is the self-reciprocal? If the function f of x is equal to capital F of p, then the function f of x is called self-reciprocal. See there you can observe this is f of x and this is capital F of p. Both are same. So that's why this function is called self-reciprocal. Okay, I hope you understand. Thank you.